mobilizing the nation to make sure that we restore our forest cover and achieve the desired targets. Your Excellency, where we are at Ngong Hill, locally hapa called Ololaisier or Ololaisa. Not long ago, Your Excellency, there used to be permanent streams of water coming from this hill. Because of the encroachment by human activities, increasing population from Nairobi, we have encroached the forests and caused a serious problem of water for ourselves and the increasing population. I want to urge you, Your Excellency, and sorry, I will not take long. You see, the elected leaders took a very short time. I want to urge you that our proximity to Nairobi is both a blessing and a problem. Because of the increasing population, unless we do something about encroachment here, we have a problem. I want to propose that where we have designated to be where people are, a fence should be put so that there is no more encroachment here. Today we are talking about 400 yards. Another day we will say this. For that story to end, let us know henceforth where does the forest start and the story kwisha. It may not be very politically popular, but it is the right thing to do to save our communities. The second thing I want to bring to your attention, Your Excellency, is that we have a serious human-wildlife conflict in Kajiado. 2 days ago, 2 people have been killed by elephants. Every week we are burying a person. This has been occasioned by the problem of us competing for pasture between the wildlife and the people. I want to request that we find a model where we have the people and the communities living side by side in a harmonious way, the way the case is in the Mara. Why we have a problem in Kajiado is because in Kajiado the community is not felt to feel that those animals are theirs, and yet those animals are theirs. They're not theirs because they are not benefiting from it. They are not compensated when the animals kill them. So let's have a conversation, because it does not require the change of law. It requires us to talk. Because today, as we sit here, 2 people are being buried. Today, as we sit here, we were to be in that funeral. We abandoned the funeral to come and welcome you, Your Excellency. I believe there is a way that the animals and the people can coexist harmoniously, and the indigenous communities feel they are benefiting from this wildlife. Finally, Your Excellency, we want to commit that your programs, we will support them. We are working together harmoniously as a county. Your administration and my government are working closely together. And I want to say the myth that the Ma Nation never supported you is not true. Ma Nation supported you. They supported you in a very big way. But you know, when they say when the shepherd was struck, mbuzi zikapotea kidogo, basi that happened kidogo kidogo, but these people supported you. And that is why every day, Ole Major, Ole Tinai, Mary Senator, Ole Tutui, they are glued on TVs. Kuangalia mazuri itatoka huko juu. We know they are coming, but we just want you to know we supported you. Unajua siasa kuna kuaga na shida kidogo kidogo ya kuwekeana vitina. As the leader of this county, I want to tell you, wewe ndio rais wetu, tunakupenda, tutasimama na wewe. And I am the champion. Mimi ndio naongoza maneno ya kupanda miti. And we are doing very, very well. We not just do it for you, for our country, we are doing for ourselves. We are badly affected by climate change, so it is something that we must do lest we all perish. Once more, karibu tena Kajiado, asanteni wapendwa kwa kuja, and we are pleased to have all of you today. And Your Excellency, once more, karibu sana. Waziri wetu, Madam Soipan, please take up the program. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, the President, Dr. William Ruto, Your Excellency, our First Lady, Mama Rachel Ruto, Your Excellency, the Deputy President, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, Excellency Ambassadors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, Karibu Kajiado. na watu wa Kajiado hamjambo. Enda super bogin. Meisi sieso. Moriega. Mwadhani agosho. Asante. Your Excellency, it gives me a lot of pleasure as the Cabinet Secretary for Environment and Forestry to host you here at Konabaridi Ngong Hills in Kajiado County. And thank you very much, plus our guests, for accepting our invitation to launch our Mission 15 Billion at Jaza Miti campaign. Your Excellency, this is pegged on the United Nations General Assembly Declaration of 2021 to 2030, which is the decade on ecosystem restoration. That declaration is to help the globe deal with the triple planetary crisis of biodiversity loss, pollution, and climate change. Your Excellency, as part of our country taking its place at the United Nations Decade on Ecosystem Restoration, you pronounced on the 20th of October 2022 Kenya's ambition to plant 15 billion trees by 2032. Your Excellency, these 15 billion trees, I like to tell Kenyans, if each one of us would play their part, it only translates to 300 trees per Kenyan in 10 years. And only 30 trees per year per Kenyan. So, Your Excellency, when we break it down, it's doable. I see, Your Excellency, you look surprised, like many Kenyans would be, that we can actually do this. We can surmount this even before the 10-year period that we have set. Your Excellency, I believe that following your call for trees for birthdays, if each Kenyan again planted trees the number of years they have lived on this earth, these 15 billion targets, like I say, will be very easily surmountable. It is for this reason, Your Excellency, that today you have chosen to lead from the front, and we are here today to help you plant 560,000 trees countrywide. And this exercise is happening to mark your birthday. Your Excellency, allow me to lead Kenyans in wishing you a happy birthday, and we look forward to you jazaing miti as we celebrate jointly. We launched this mission, 15 billion at Jaza Miti, a few days to Christmas. My plea to you this Christmas, fellow Kenyans, is that we should not cut any Christmas tree. Instead, let each one of us plant a Christmas tree somewhere in our backyards for those who are able to. Let us then each Christmas decorate these live trees in our backyards as we grow and nurture them to maturity. That is just a simple plea to you, my fellow Kenyans, and this we can do. We have partners here, Your Excellency, who have supported the ministry both in monetary and seedling support during the launch of this campaign. And we would like to really say thank you to them. We have Kumanza, we have KCB here, we have ABSA, we have PCEA Church, we have Safaricom, we have Egerton University, Petroleum Institute of Kenya, and the Ministry of Energy, Your Excellency, and so many others. We have been able to get 101.2 million seedlings just for this season. We will not plant all of them because what we've done today is to carefully select the sites for the tree planting, because, Your Excellency, you know that we want to move the country from just planting trees to actually growing them and nurturing them to maturity. Part of the partnerships we have here, Your Excellency, we have a young man called Jabari Marian, only 14 years old, from central Finland, whose mother is from Siaya. Your Excellency, Jabari has, during this season, adopted Lamuyek Primary School in Tiati constituency and has already planted the first 200 trees in the school. And as young as he is, Your Excellency, and he is in talks with the Kenya Forest Service, he is actually very eager to turn Baringo County green, Your Excellency. How I got to know about Jabari, once he heard about your pronouncement of 15 billion trees, he actually wrote you a letter. But somehow the letter did not find its way to your desk. It found its way to my desk. And Your Excellency, the simple request for me at this point is to kindly request you to receive the letter from Jabari, one of our biggest champions of today. Go ahead. Go ahead. Thank you, Your Excellency. Congratulations, Jabari. And Your Excellency, in our strategy, we have a fully thought out plan on how to engage our young people in this campaign. Your Excellency, this National Tree Growing Restoration Campaign is going to provide a chance as a country to employ our young people. We look forward to creating a green army, as has been pronounced by you, which is a dedicated team of young men and women across the country, the hustlers, who will provide the support of our tree growing efforts in raising the seedlings at the tree nurseries, and will also support planting and growing these trees to maturity. Your Excellency, we made a choice of Kajiado, the Ngong Forest today, and we already have a team of 250 young people who are actually our pilot of the Green Army of young people that we are going to engage in this country to help us in this exercise, to create jobs for them, but also to make our exercise successful. Your Excellency, this is important because you will realize that, and our partners, one of the challenges we are having is irregular rainfall, but I want to assure you, Your Excellency, this particular exercise of 21st of December is well crafted, well thought out. Your trees are fully fenced off, so the cows will not reach them. And right next to the forest that is going to come up here, we have one done by our former president, His Excellency Kibaki, and we deliberately put them side by side, because actually His Excellency, the late Kibaki's forest, almost came through 100% to maturity. And we are determined to make sure that the 5,600 trees we did today, we couldn't do more because of the irregular rainfall, but I can assure you we are going to make sure that they survive to maturity. And you can come back and check, Your Excellency, once in a while. Your Excellency, also to say that the 15 billion trees will be done in 2 phases, as you have directed. The first phase of 5 billion trees will be done between now and 2027, and the next phase of 10 billion trees between 2027 and 2032. But if we manage to inculcate the culture among each Kenyan, I am very confident we are going to surpass this way before 2032. We will be putting systems in place to monitor the growth of these trees. Our opportunity as our country to expand the tree and forest cover to 30%, again, Your Excellency, lies in the arid and semi-arid areas. We will concentrate efforts there. The arid and semi-arid parts of this country, they suffer perennial drought and famine. We trust that this growing intervention will help mitigate the effects. Your Excellency, allow me to mention, because our partners are here, that the ministry will be launching the tree. Today we are launching the campaign, but we will be going on to launch the tree growing restoration campaigns, the tree growing restoration strategy, which will make the National Tree Growing Restoration Campaign an all-ministry approach, and we will do this in the first quarter of 2023. And as we speak today, Your Excellency, all the cabinet secretaries, all principal secretaries, and all senior officers in your administration have been requested to preside in at least one tree growing site across the country. And we anticipate planting of at least 560,000 seedlings today across the 47 counties in partnership with the governors. We will keep this approach through the 10-year life of this campaign. We will be tiring you a lot with invitations to help us mark the various environmental days throughout the year in order to make this a success. We will be multiplying the factors of the trees we grow, particularly for you, because this is your day, by 56, the next year 57, 58, each of the successive years as our honor, since you agreed we launch this campaign on your birthday. So it will become your tradition. We are requesting, Your Excellency. And we hope that all Kenyans will follow suit. And I thank Her Excellency, the First Lady. She actually surpassed her 10-year target during her birthday. She planted her 300 trees, but she's still doing more, having adopted a section of 200 hectares of Kakamega forest. Thank you, Your Excellency, our First Lady, for your support. Your Excellency, I wish to conclude by assuring you and my fellow citizens that as Cabinet Secretary for Environment and Forestry, I will lead this the National Tree Growing Restoration Campaign, the Mission 15 Billion Jaza Miti campaign as a team effort. I will reach out to and bring on board, in a coordinated manner, the ministries in your government, county governments, the House of Parliament, the county assemblies, development partners, the private sector, embassies and diplomatic missions, churches, mosques, civil society, and each and every organization that you can get on board. Mother Nature is ours to protect, and as a ministry, we are determined and committed to deliver on our part as we make our campaign promise of Mission 15 Billion Trees by 2030 a reality. Your Excellency, this we can do. Your Excellency, as I conclude, I just wish to recognize my colleague, the Honorable Professor Kithure Kindiki, CS Interior. You can see your army there is very intact, led by the Regional Commissioner. Your Excellency, you can see that, and also PS Raymond. Your Excellency, the administration and PS, I told the Regional Commissioner and his team that they can take credit for these 5,600 trees, even the 560,000 across the country, but no tree should die. And that is in your hands, CS. And I know with this collaborative effort, we are going to make it happen. Your Excellency, I wish to take this opportunity to exceptionally recognize our development partners who are here. They are here in numbers, Your Excellency, the private sector, our diplomats, and various players. And I wish to request the CEO Safaricom just to take a minute on behalf of the private sector to just say a word. I think I mentioned Safaricom. They've already done their pledges, and we are still waiting for more support from the larger team. Welcome, Mr. Ndego.
Your Excellency, the President, on your big day, Your Excellency, the First Lady, Your Excellency, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, His Excellency, the Governor, CS, Environment, CS, other CS is present, elected leaders, all protocols observed. Your Excellency, I was coming here to plant trees and to accompany everyone else this afternoon to plant trees, but I've been asked by Waziri to speak briefly on behalf of the private sector. I'm happy, just to say first, that I'm happy to have planted one of the 56 trees. That represents a big milestone for yourself. Delighted that I was able to do that. Thank you for leading the way on a critical agenda and setting a big ambition for Kenyans and Kenya. The 30% tree coverage target and also 15 billion trees. So on behalf of the private sector, I want to reassure Your Excellency that we'll partner with government and all stakeholders on this agenda that you have created. We know that the climate change has had a major impact on our country and beyond, and drought in the country, which I'm actually privileged, Your Excellency, to be leading the team that is supporting to respond to the drought effect, is evidence that climate change is indeed here with us. And therefore, this initiative is massive, and it will make a big difference in terms of the medium and long-term impact on the country. One of the key things I wanted to say, as Safaricom, we are happy to have led from the front. We have been involved in conserving the environment and projects around this. We played a big role in the area, in this area for a long time. In many parts of the country, some of which are being involved today in Malmanet, in Mau, with the Kenya Forest Association, with the Community Forest Association. We also want to partner with the private sector to revive the tree growing fund, where a number of billions have been committed, in order for us to use this fund and to use this commitment towards the 30% challenge that you have given us, Your Excellency. I think the key is partnership is the way forward. We are happy to and willing to partner with your government and with the ministry and with the Forest Association to ensure that we get this country to where it needs to be. I remember when I was growing up in Nyahururu, I grew up next to a forest, and it is great that we now do something that allows our children to feel the same way that we grew up. I'm very happy to be here, and very happy to be here in Kajiado. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We will not be able to have everybody speak, but just allow me to recognize the head of UNDP, who is here, the resident representative, Anthony. Thank you so much. They have been very core in supporting not just this activity, but Your Excellency, you know that the tree growing fund lies in the hands of UNDP, and we are hoping to move it to the next level very soon. Thank you very much. Also, allow me, Your Excellency, to recognize my team from the ministry, led by the PSs, PS Kimotho of Forestry, and PS Engineer Ngeno. We also have PS from the Youth Affairs. These are the people who will be helping us to push the drive of involving our young people in the country. Our Chief Conservator of Forests, Director General NEMA, and all the staff of the ministry, Your Excellency, they are all over, spread across the country, and undertaking the tree planting exercise. We also have other members of parliament who are here. Honorable Roko from Mbere, Mbere North. And then we have Honorable Munyoro Kigumo. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for coming here. Thank you, Governor. You've been our champion. Thank you, the leadership of Kajiado County, for supporting us through this. And Your Excellency, on behalf of all the ambassadors who are present here, we have the Ambassador of Germany, we have the Ambassador of France, we have the Ambassador, High Commissioner of the UK, the Embassy of Sweden is represented by Head of Mission, Embassy of Indonesia,